What?
Do you work for Facebook?
No, but I get this a lot.
Oh, hey, neighbor.
People can be cruel, I imagine.
All unhappiness in life comes from not accepting what is. You know who taught me that? Lady Gaga.
This drug seems to have the potential to actually heal you. The implications are life-changing.
My face is falling off in clumps.
Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet. Wolfman47 here, and today we're going to talk about a film that came out last year but didn't reach UK shores till this year, or so I'm told. A Different Man. Now, when there's films which explore people that are, I guess you could say, different physically, mentally, or whatever, it's always a very sensitive area to explore, and you have to do it a very certain way to be able to respect it, appreciate it, understand it, and make it so that people who watch the film will be able to see it in a very respectful way and not a very disrespectful way. Now, to my knowledge, A Different Man is, I'm not sure if I'd say it's a biopic or whatever, because I know, because when I saw it with Count Soko and the gang, we did have a little chat about whether it was a biopic or not. And I think it kind of is, but at the same time, it's also trying to have a sort of joke about the whole idea of having a deformed face and everything. But yeah, so what's the story? So we have this actor who calls himself Edward, and this actor in particular is one that's got a very deformed face. He lives in this sort of flat apartment thing, whatever, that's leaking. He has a neighbour that may or may not fancy him, and he basically goes about life knowing that there are people that might make fun of him, look at him, and everything. But he hopes that there'll be the day where he will be looked upon fondly and all that. So he has these sort of experimental procedures to become Sebastian Stan as he is. Decides to change his name and basically sees how life is without his deformed face. And as you'll see in the film, there will be some sort of not too messed up scenes, but scenes that where he is sort of losing the deformities in his face in a way that does sort of feel realistic, but at the same time, and very convincing, but at the same time may put some people off, and I don't want to ruin it too much. So he has the transformation, then he tries to take part in this play that's apparently all about him, and yeah, things happen, misunderstandings happen, and all sorts of other things, and yeah, it is what it is. So A Different Man is an A24 film. It's also, and here in the UK, it's distributed by Focus Features, which is a company that Universal own and is their sort of primary studio for specialty films, kind of like how Searchlight Pictures is for Disney, and any other company that I can think of that do that film for, and others. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly as he's expected to be. It's about a guy that's got a deformed face who goes about life trying to find some kind of acceptance. And what I really like about this film is that it doesn't sort of follow all the usual tropes about people who are different, because yes, it is true. A lot of us that have disabilities and so forth, and I can definitely say I've got disabilities. And it's defined to the person I am. But anyway, people who are different, we are going to face people that don't accept people that are different. So there's going to be those people that are like trolls and bully you and sort of say really nasty words and all this other stuff. But at the same time, those of us that do have our disabilities and deformities and whatever, we happily go about life and don't really care what others think. We just go about life knowing full well that we are going to struggle more so than others, but we manage it. Just fine. I'm not saying that we all manage it, obviously. Some of us manage it better than others, but yeah, there's a lot of us that do try. Yeah, it's definitely a film that I would recommend people watch. It's an interesting film. It's also played out as a film that basically is told over a period of days, and it's not like a simple case of lots of different things are happening all at once and everything. No, it's pretty much plays out like it was told over a period of over a week, but as the sort of time jumps happen, it actually does sort of go through periods of time, such as there's a moment where the main character is in prison, which I won't get into, and then period of time passes when he becomes Sebastian Stan and all the other stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. So when the film started, the age rating that the BBC gave it was a 15, and it's pretty much and yeah, I think it does sort of have that 15 rating feeling to it, because there are some violent scenes. There's not really much violent scenes. In fact, the most violence you get in the film is when Sebastian Stan is pulling the deformed face off because it's coming something. And also a scene sort of towards the end where the play is happening, which I won't go into too much. It also said there was strong sex, but honestly, there was not really that much in the way of sex scenes. There was like one big major sex scene, and then that's it. And then there's like some sexual tension in places, but yeah. So yeah, it's in terms of A24 films, and believe me, I've seen a lot of A24 films, it's more A24 at the beginning than it is towards the end, because A24 films are known to be those films that are a bit messed up and a bit crazy over the top, and unlike major studios, are not ones to to cut things unless the director really wanted to cut things out. They're more like, just give the directors, cast and crew, just let them do whatever they want, and yeah, it is what it is. And I know this will not be the last of the A24 films that I'll be seeing. They release loads of films every year these days, and it's good that they are getting recognised in the awards ceremonies, rather than just be like, oh, we made some films and then awards ceremonies just don't give a crap about what they do. So yeah, and I'll be honest, I wasn't sure what I was going to expect in this film, but I knew that it was going to be a film that was either going to be a really messed up film like The Substance was, or a film that would be a bit more tame. And in this, and for this film, it does have its messed up moments like any A24 film would, but it's not as messed up as other A24 films that I've seen prior to this film. Well, it's got that sort of style of filmmaking like that the Holdovers had, in which you can kind of get a feeling that it might have been created in a time where film grains were still a thing, sort of that old retro feel to it. And I love the soundtrack as well. The score is like really jazzy, and a bit mysterious and everything. And I do like it. It's quite something. So yeah. So I think for my rating, I think A Different Man, I'm going to give it 4 stars, because it's a good film. It's not perfect. It's not it's not going to be my favourite A24 film altogether, but it is definitely something that's worth a watch if you want to sort of see a film that it does a pretty darn good job respecting the sort of people who have deformed faces, and doesn't like make a huge big deal about it. It's just about a guy who has a face that's different to people, and it's basically a great representation of people that have deformed faces. And people should take note that this is how you should make a film about someone that's different. So, don't do what this film called Music did, where it's basically Sia's idea of what someone with autism is, and it's definitely not that at all. Yeah. So yeah. So that is A Different Man. I don't know how long it will be in the cinema for, but do check it out, because as it's an art house film, which is what A24 are known for, it's not going to make as much money as major blockbusters. But I'd like to think that people at least sort of check these films out, because A24 do a lot of great films. It's quite amazing the amount of films that they do. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. I upload videos at various times during the day in the BST/GMT time zone. Vlogs like this where I'm talking about things in pop culture as well as reviewing stuff. I also do vlogs when I'm doing hauls and talking about life. And I also do gameplay videos in the forms of just straight up gameplay videos with no commentary, and then let's play videos which obviously will have commentary. And also lots of shorts that originally were just random shorts, but nowadays are just there to celebrate anniversaries and birthdays of franchises and celebrities that I like. All in pop culture. So yeah. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to share with your pals, please do so. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. See you in the next one. Peace to you all. And even though it is technically colder now, the only reason why I'm not wearing much in this video is because I have been in a car that was very, very hot, because I had the heating on and everything. So yeah, it was one of those times where I had the heating on and everything and had lots of layers on. So as soon as I got in, I had to take it off so I can cool down. So yeah, and those of you that are new to my channel, who's seen this as the first video, most of my videos are of me not wearing much, but that's not because of exposure or anything. It's more because I'm trying to cool down and everything, and sometimes do challenges where I have to take things off. So yeah, and I think, and yeah, give people a chance. Give people who may be different to what you are a chance, because for all you know, they might be more interesting and more friendly than you realise, because we want to be accepted in life. It's that. Me talking as someone with disability, someone who's pansexual and does have his own beliefs. Yeah, all we just want is acceptance. All we just want is people to sort of treat us the same way you treat other people, and that's all there is to it. So yeah, right. Toodles.
And now for something completely different.